Hello everyone, welcome to the second lecture of our Java series. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for showing support to the channel, and many of you guys asked me about explaining the code from our yesterday's example. So I would like to clear some things here first. Uh, I won't be spoon feeding you guys here. I personally believe that you should not be dependent on anything, on anyone while writing your code. It could be Google, it could be some reference document, it could be this video, but I want you guys to be capable enough to writing your code by your own. So in this process, I expect you guys to put some effort from your side, and I will be always available at our Telegram group. Uh, Link is in the description. So basically, what I want you guys to do, learn some theory by your side, which we are not covering here because we are more focused on the practical parts. So try to understand the code and be curious about how the things work here, how you could perform the same things in a different approach, and I will be dropping some reference link where you could first download JDK. It is officially at Oracle's website. So create your account and download JDK. Also, I will give a link to setting up the setting up the class path for the Windows, Ubuntu, and other Linux distribution. So now let's move on to our first example. Also, I'm trying to make up notes by myself and give notes for each video. uh, I will be I will be notifying you guys in the next videos. So now quickly move to the example. So here I have declared class public class Java first example, which is name of our class. So public is the access modifier for our class, and class is keyword, which is default keyword in Java for declaring class. So name followed by class keyword will refer to the class name of class which you are creating, which is Java first example here in our example. uh, so we have here three variables: first name, last name, and integer age. So uh, first name and last name both are string variables of our class, and integer age field will contain numeric values. It's quite simple as that. By the way, string class is a default class uh, in Java for defining string objects. So what we are seeing here, first name and last name both are the objects of string class in Java. Moving on to constructor part. So constructor always same as the name of our class. It has the same name as our class name, and one class could have multiple constructors in it. So don't get confused if you see multiple constructors in a class. And here we have three parameters for our constructor: string first name, string last name, and integer age. So with the help of this keyword, we are assigning our received parameters values to our class class variables, and after assigning those values to the variables, we are simply going to print them. Remember, this keyword always refers to the current object of the class, which means it refers to the object which is accessing the class currently. Moving to the methods we have declared here. First, we have a public method named getFirstName. So now these types of methods are part of getter setter methods. It is called as getter setter methods. We are using getter methods because we are getting some value from from our class, which is stored in variable first name. So same we did for the last name and integer age. So now uh, a method always follows four things. First is access modifier, then it is a return type, then it is a name of the method and parameter which is optional. So public string get first name, which will return some string, so we are returning first name from our class. Now same we did for the last name and same we did for the age. Now if you notice, in public integer get age, which means that it will return integer value only. So just a little note. Now coming to the main method. So main method is a type of signature method which Java compiler looks for while compiling the program. So it always followed by the public static void main string args, and the execution of our program will be done from the main method. So now first we are declaring our object. So Java first example obj, you can rename it whatever you want. My object name is obj. So now we are in this line 24, we are initializing the object obj equal to new, which will initialize it, and followed by the class name. So it will be Java first example, and now we are passing our three parameters, John Doe, and age is 21. So it will call the constructor we have created, and after passing the values it will assign those values to our class variables name, first name, last name, and integer age. And after initializing the method, now in the 25th line we are going to simply print out. So system.out.println, which is the default way to print something in Java. So I will say system.out.println and pass some string as a parameter. So here I am passing name is, and after that we are just simply concatenating our string. So it will, so we are basically accessing the methods of our class followed by the dot operator and the name of method. So obj.get first name will return me John, and after that we are concatenating it with some white space, so we could separate something, separate some space, and we are printing obj.get last name, so it will return Doe, and whole it becomes name is John Doe, as we saw in the yesterday's output. And after that we are printing system.out.println, and age is 25. Sorry, we passed age as 21. So system.out.println, it will print age is obj.getAge, and it will return 21, which we passed above. So now let's quickly define some new variable, and what we are going to do, we are going to define another object. So let's define our object. I will say Java first example, and we will name it as obj2 equals to new Java first example, and now we will pass some parameters. So I'll say name random, and last name ABC, and age will be 12. Okay, so now we have passed our values to the constructor. So it's time to print, and now as you can see, we are creating a new object. So we are actually reusing the same code we have written above, and simply by reusing we are printing another name. So I will simply copy paste this and rename obj to obj2. I don't recommend you guys to do that. Okay, so let's quickly run our code, and here it is. Now name is John Doe, that's our first object. Age is 21, and hello, I'm from main method. That's a simple example of how to print using println. And after that we have created our obj2, and name is random abc, age is 12. So that's how we run our Java program and use multiple objects with the same class. So that's it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.